Hey everybody, happy Monday. If you're like me and you're suffering from the time change, I feel ya, but we are on week 6. Week 6, yay! We're more than halfway done, so we can do it. It's going to be a great week, even though you may be tired like me, but everything's going to be great. Hey, let's talk about week 6. We're going to talk about students this week with emotional and behavioral needs. You remember one of the 14 disability categories under IDEA were students with EBD or emotional and behavioral disorders. Another area under IDEA was traumatic brain injury or a TBI. You might think, how are those two related? Well, a lot of times the traumatic brain injury can affect students' behavior as well. So the school district where I'm the curriculum director, we have about 50% of our students that are on special ed, and half of those, so about 25% of our entire school district, the students are EBD. And I used to teach EBD. So back then we called it SBH also. So you might hear me slip up and call it SBH or severe behavioral handicap sometimes, but I will try to remember to call it EBD. In my school district, I work in prison. We have all of the youth who are adjudicated in the state of Ohio. So about 350 felons that we're dealing with across the state of Ohio. So super interesting. If you ever want to talk about it, let me know. I'd love to talk about it. So anyways, I deal with lots of students with emotional and behavioral disorders, and I try to help the teachers with that, and I used to teach it. So learning outcomes, let's talk about what some of the learning outcomes are so we know where we're headed and what you're trying to learn this week. We are going to identify characteristics and appropriate supports for students with EBD. We are going to understand what positive behavioral supports are in the classroom setting. We are going to get to do one of my favorite IRIS modules. I know you're so surprised how this lady has a favorite IRIS IRIS case study. Yes, I do. You can laugh at me. It's all right. I'm laughing too. And then we're going to outline the basic causes and characteristics of students who have a TBI. So those are the 4 things that we're going to do this week, okay? Again, everything is here already done for you, APA style. So if you need it, it's there for you. So you are going to look at the encouraging appropriate behavior IRIS case study. So here's the case study you're going to look at, and there are different case study levels. So you want to make sure that you pick a case study that is appropriate for your licensure area. So here's Sam, who's 14 and in the 8th grade. Here's Heather, who's 8 and is in the 3rd grade. Here's Doug, who is 8 and in the 2nd grade. So make sure Ellie, 14 in the 9th grade. So try to pick a case study that is applicable to your licensure area when you're answering those, okay? The other thing that I want to point out is, so that's what you're going to do for this case study. I'm sorry, for your forum post right here, developing appropriate behavioral supports. Those are really, really important. So you're going to identify the triggers to the student's behavior and then answer the questions at the end here. So it would be these questions here. These STAR strategies are super good. STAR strategies, again, some of my favorites. And this is going to be really good not only when you're teaching students with EBD, but just for general classroom management. It's going to be great. It's great stuff. It's good stuff, guys. Stuff that you're going to want to remember and use. Okay, the next thing, so that is the forum post. The next thing then, the next assignment, or the first assignment, if besides the forum post, is you're going to do a TBI exploration activity. So you're going to spend some time looking at that. And let me see, here we go. You are going to become aware of the causes, characteristics, and treatments of TBI. It's not well understood, and there's many misconceptions, so we want to increase your awareness. So you want to answer these questions. The first 2 questions are worth 5 points. This last question is worth 10 points. So however you want to make your chart is fine with me. However it feels comfortable to you, whatever is best for your learning, whatever works best for you is how you can make your chart. Okay? The next thing then, the last assignment here is you're going to really think about how students are intrinsically motivated and really helping them become independent learners. If you remember when we talked about universal design for learning, that UDL is really that engagement piece and having them become independent learners. When we talk about the jobs of the future, they aren't even created yet. So how are we going to help these 21st century learners? We're going to help them by becoming independent learners. So here is an IRIS module on that. It's just a little 10-pointer here, and you can work through that. And again, you know how the IRIS modules work. You start at the beginning on the left-hand side here and work your way down through. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. I'll see you online. And I got everything graded, so we should be good to go. And again, if you need anything, let me know. Have a great week. Bye.